was offered to me, still you'd be all I need.
Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to my channel. I can't even believe the video I am filming today. I feel like this is a long time coming, something that I've always dreamed of doing, and I even went to Starbucks to grab a coffee to just accompany me on this video because I'm not gonna lie, I feel a little bit overwhelmed. There is so much to talk about, so much to get through. And yeah, basically, this is the start of the wedding series, guys. Oh, I can't even believe I'm still saying that. Like, it hasn't even sunk in that I'm engaged yet. It all just feels a little bit of a surreal blur. But yeah, hello, welcome. Welcome to the first video of the wedding series. If you are new here, by the way, I'm Laura. I'm gonna be a 2025 bride. I got proposed to this year. It was actually only, I'm gonna say, 6 to 7 weeks ago. It was the 5th of September 2023 whilst I was on a cruise. Honestly, the biggest shock of my life, like the biggest shock. People always say you have a feeling when your other half is going to propose to you. I had no idea. Genuinely the biggest surprise, but we'll get into more of that in a bit. Today I really wanted to sit down and film, like I say, episode 1 of the wedding series. So in today's video I thought we could just have a good old catch up and talk everything wedding, engagement, plans, organisation, engagement party, all of that stuff. I'm going to cover all bases, and then I really wanted to just actually start getting into the wedding planning. And I feel like with any kind of planning, the first stage is sitting down and actually putting ideas to paper and just getting a vision for what you want. So that is what we're going to do. And oh, I've also had a package already from a company that contacted me on Instagram, and they have kindly sent me across 2 dresses that could be for either like engagement party, wedding party dresses, hen dresses. Honestly, they're white, so it could be any occasion around the wedding. I feel like the first place I'm actually going to start is by just showing you a little haul of bits I picked up to kind of help me start the whole process. So number 1 was actually a wedding planner. I feel like as soon as I got engaged, the first thing I wanted to buy myself was a wedding planner. I didn't really know where to start. I didn't know which one was the best. I was scanning the internet for ages. To be honest, a lot of you was like, you don't need a physical wedding planner. A lot of you that have like got married or are getting married said to just do a spreadsheet, and don't get me wrong, that will be happening as well. I just like something physical. You know what I mean? I'm one of these people that, you know, still to this day I write to-do lists. I love stationery, and yeah, I really wanted something physical. So if you're like me and like to do both, then here is the wedding planner that I bought. So I got this from an online place called Martha Brook London. This is what it looks like. So it says our big day on the front. You can customize it, which I really like. So I put Laura and Mitchell there. I love the gold on it, and I got it in, it's basically like a linen cover. I think the one I got was like natural. You do it in white as well, but I just thought I really liked the natural linen on it, so yeah, I got it in that colour. Actually like a ring binder, so that's one thing that really appealed to me, because you know, if I do want to add any more paper or any more bits into this, I can do so. If I just show you the planner inside, a reason why I really liked this is because I just feel like it has all bases covered. So front page, planning the wedding of, put your names there, and then it actually tells you like where to begin, wedding planning timeline, and then there's like a note section, calendar of like things that you can put that you need to do in each month running up to the wedding, which I think is really nice. There's pages to put wedding inspiration, there's a budget planner, and then as you can see there's all tabs here. So the tabs say venue, suppliers, wardrobe, guests and invites, notes, and then again when we go on to each individual page, sorry, this is really hard to show you, again it gives you like things to consider. Do you know what I mean? It gives you headers, like thoughts, things to think about, loads of like note pages, accommodation notes. Honestly, it's so well done. I won't bore you and go through the whole planner, but I just feel like if you're looking for a nice planner, this is the one. Honestly, has everything. One of the best I've seen. I really like how it looks, it feels as well. So yeah, there we go. Starting with the wedding planner. So we are gonna fill in maybe some of that today. Then the next place I wanted to start with organising. I mean, good old TikTok helped me out here. I feel like TikTok is amazing for wedding inspo, just brides to be on there sharing. There's like brides to be on there that have created almost like a whole account on their wedding, and I love it. I'm so here for it. Wedding inspiration, how they're organising. So yeah, I've got a lot of inspiration from there. And one common thing that a lot of brides to be seem to do to help plan is grab a corkboard and also a fold out display stand. So of course, I'm doing that because, again, I like things in physical form. I feel like you're one or the other. Some people are happy to do everything via Pinterest, mood board, online, Excel spreadsheets, and just like never print things out. But I feel like for me, I have to have things in front of me. I have to have things, you know, VI, like my notes on my phone, and also, like I say, on spreadsheets. But I also have to have a physical. I honestly, it probably would help if I just did one or the other, but I can't. So the reason I bought the corkboard first of all was this is actually going to be for the engagement planning. So before we even think about wedding, I am having an engagement party. Look, I only get married once, so like my philosophy of it is, I'm going to use every part of this wedding process to celebrate, to throw a party, to do things like, yeah, I just want to go all out basically. So I'm actually having an engagement party in January. I've already booked the venue. Now the venue might be a little bit of a surprise to some people because it's not a bougie venue at all. It's literally a golf club. I have already been venue searching for my engagement party. I actually probably should have took you along on that. Did I even take any videos? If I've took any videos, I will show you basically the two places that I looked. So one was a bar in Leicester and the second was a golf club. So if I do include the videos, if I have them, you will see that with the bar, it was stunning, beautiful. Honestly, when I walked in, I was like, this is perfect. This is where I'm having it. But there was like a minimum spend of, I'm gonna say, £2.5 grand, £3 grand, maybe 2.5. £3 grand sounds quite a lot, but yeah, it was quite a big minimum spend. So the venue was free to hire, but the minimum spend, like bearing in mind, we're probably having between like 80 and 100 people at our engagement party, but with it being in Leicester, you have to consider people are probably going to drive. You know, there's probably going to be a partner out of the two that drives. Not everyone's going to get taxis, so then therefore, like, not everyone's going to be drinking and spending as much money. And me and Mitchell just kind of said to each other, it's a lot of pressure. Personally, for my engagement party, I don't want to be spending £2 grand on hiring a venue out. You know what I mean? I don't mind spending a few £100, but £2 grand is a lot. So what I'm trying to say is, if you didn't hit the minimum spend on the bar, and let's say you had £1 grand left over, you're then paying £1 grand, you know, to top that up. So we just kind of said to each other, it's too much pressure. And also, I didn't really want it in Leicester as well. Like, I'm just over going out in town. People could drift off from the venue. People, I feel like when you say something's in town, sometimes people are a bit like, ugh, it's money for taxis. So we then thought, where can we go local? So like I said, we found a golf club that is local, and I went and looked at the room, and do you know what? It's nice. It's just a big like conservatory back room. They've recently had all the floor done like in a wood, so it looks very like neutral, and I feel like once it's dressed, it'll be unreal. So much easier for everyone to get to, because like I say, it's a lot localer for the bulk of our guests that are coming. So that means that like if people do want to drink, more people are probably going to drink. And yeah, also the drinks will be cheaper at there because it's a golf club and it's not in town. I think that's another thing to think about. And yeah, we can just dress the room up. Biggest thing, like I say, is I feel like it was £150 to hire out. So do you know what I mean? We have no pressure for the whole night of hitting a minimum spend on the bar. We can literally just go to the place, decorate it, make it look all cute, and just enjoy our night. So yeah, that is engagement party very briefly summed up, but I obviously need to start planning that. It's literally nearly approaching November. It probably will be November by the time you watch this video, and I'm going away to Thailand very soon for 2 weeks. The engagement party is the beginning of January. I have so much to organise, so I thought I'd get one of these corkboards. I've got some sticky notes as well, which I literally just picked up from Poundland. So what I thought I could do to start helping me plan this engagement party is just make columns of like to do, to buy. So yeah, we definitely need to get this done today because it's stressing me out. The only thing I've done is paid for the venue. That's it. Okay, sorry about that, guys. The sun decided to show up today and blind me, and I couldn't film, and I've had to take my top off because it's got that warm. But carrying on with my little haul of bits that I've picked up to help me plan. So we've spoken about the corkboard for the engagement party, which we're going to do together in a minute, and I thought I'd then show you what I've got to plan the wedding with. So this is on a big scale. I actually didn't expect it to be this big. So again, I saw this on TikTok, all brides to be using one of these. I thought, oh, do you know what, that's actually quite good. I can put it away somewhere in the corner of the bedroom, and then just get it out when I need to. So it's called a fold out display stand. So I bought this from Hobbycraft. It was only like £7, but it's huge. Let me show you. So this is how big it is. Okay, so if I just unwrap it, and then you open it like this, and you can do this a few ways. So you can get post-it notes, but I feel like post-it notes are quite small. Like this is quite, I didn't realise how big this was going to be. I mean, I don't know if I've brought the wrong one and there's a smaller one of these, but to be fair, I was quite happy with the size of this because I feel like there's going to be so much to put on this. There's going to be loads. Do you know what I mean? Like the finer details of things. So I feel like a big one of these with like headings, it will really help me stay on track. Rather than post-it notes though, I have decided to buy some coloured paper. So you get 24 sheets, 12 different colours, and they're all like really nice colours as well, like pastel colours. So I was just thinking of like getting a ruler, do you know what I mean? Like dividing the page into, I don't know how big I want them, but I mean I can do them bigger, can't I? So yeah, I feel like I'm going to make my own kind of post-it notes, and then I've got this glue strip adhesive from Hobbycraft to put on the back of them, and then yeah, I can do it like that. So, but look how big it is. It's literally bigger than me. So I've got that for actual wedding planning because there's going to be a lot. I also just picked up some permanent markers from Poundland, and I feel like that's everything in regards to what I've picked up to help me organise. Just thought quickly I would show you these bits that I've been sent from 6 Stories. So this is a online brand. In fact, I don't actually know too much about them, but when I did have a little look on the website, I noticed they did a lot of bits and bobs for bride, and also they had like personalised hoodies with groom on and stuff. They just got loads of gorge wedding bits on, and also like I say, they do a lot of white dresses on there as well, and they just look insane. So they kindly sent me across 2 dresses. I've already had a little sneak peek, and let me tell you, these look stunning. I didn't really know what to expect because, you know, when you've not heard of a brand, you're a bit like, oh, you know, like, what's it going to be like? And I had a little look at the pricing, and they weren't like cheap, so I was intrigued to see what the quality was going to be like and to see if it would reflect the price. And first of all, I mean, it comes in like the plastic wrapper, but what I love, I feel like this is like always quite bougie, when it comes in almost like a little dust bag. So it's got the brand name on it, 6 Stories. And then if I get the first dress out, we have this absolute gorgeous satin, I think it's like a cow neck dress. Oh, this is beautiful. So on the straps we actually have like this pearl beading, which is stunning. They're adjustable as well. Obviously it's in this beautiful white satin, and let me just tell you now, the quality of this satin just feels so beautiful, so soft, real nice quality to it. Like I say, I think I've said quality about 100 times. And yeah, this is just a real nice short mini dress, really classic. I feel like this would be perfect for an engagement party, perfect for maybe like do like a dinner before your actual wedding day if that's what you're choosing to do. Or also this could be good for hen as well, because obviously, I mean, I don't know about anyone else, but I intend to wear all white on my hen do. And then the next dress they sent me was this beautiful bandeau. I feel like it's a maxi length. Yeah, it's like floor length. This is stunning, and by the way, I've got everything in a size 8. But yeah, this is gorgeous. Like I say, just a straight down bandeau maxi dress. I love the back detailing on it. We have this elastic at the top, and then it like drapes, goes all the way down to floor length, then it goes like a little bit wide at the bottom. This is gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. Yeah, thank you so much to 6 Stories for sending me these bits, because I'm definitely going to be wearing these at some point. Right, anyway, let's just get on to some planning now. I was going to do my sit down Q&A, but I feel like I've been sat down long enough. So I feel like let's do some planning, and then I'll come back and do a Q&A, because I feel like there's so many questions I've left unanswered so far. And I've not really delved into, you know, like just where I'm starting with wedding planning and all of that. So yeah, we'll talk more of that in a minute. But first of all, I feel like I really want to get a start on the engagement corkboard because I've got engagement on my mind. So let's do this. Okay, so here are my engagement invites that I created in Canva. So I've just changed up all this information, so obviously I'm not giving anything away where I'm having it. That's not the right date even, that's not my phone number, just to clarify before I get it on in the description, like, oh my god, you've left your phone number on. So yeah, really simple. When you go into Canva on the actual home page, there is like a design element. You can click on like invites, you can then go on like what you want, like simplicity, you know, colourful, whatever. And then I eventually came across kind of like a format like this, played around with it, changed some of the text, whatnot, and got this. I just wanted something really simple. I used, let me just put the brightness up so you can maybe see a little bit better. So can that a little bit better? So basically I used the photo of me and Mitchell when we got engaged on the cruise, put it in black and white, I thought that was cute. And then yeah, just simply put, we got engaged, Laura and Mitchell, and then celebrate with us. And then I'm just obviously going to do date and time, put the venue underneath, like the address. And then I'm just going to put like guest list only and then RSVP. So that's the engagement invite. I was going to print these out, but then I just thought, I mean, it was only about 30 something pounds. So again, another great thing with Canva is you can just go here and press print invitations. They're about £30 for 50, I think. I mean, let's have a look. It might actually tell you. Yeah, £29.50. And that is on premium paper, matte finish, 50 invitations, and includes envelopes. Free delivery. So I think it's really good. Honestly, I definitely am going to use Canva for my actual wedding invitations and save the dates. But just for the engagement, we just thought we would merely just send these to people via WhatsApp and Instagram DMs, that kind of thing. So that's what we've done. Okay, and then I just thought I'd bring up my engagement little mood board. It's nothing too fancy, very simple. But yeah, I created this in Canva too. So it's just engagement and then just like the kind of ideas I want to go with. So for example, I just want one of these like cute love heart cakes, I think. It just says engaged AF. I really like this. So hopefully you can see that. It's just one of them like sailboards with an LED light on. I really like that flowers around it. I obviously want a we're engaged like sign as you come into the venue. I'm not sure if I'm going to hire out a photo booth thing because they're quite pricey. I mean, I'm going to have a little look, but I do want some kind of like photo booth setup. So I was thinking I could maybe just get some of the instant print cameras, put them on a table. White decor, must for me. So again, maybe I might have some balloons. Obviously, I'm not having balloons for my actual wedding. A few people, I think I shared this on my Instagram and a lot of people was like, oh my God, balloons for your wedding, like you need flowers. No, I don't. I feel like balloons, like a nice balloon arch for engagement is cool, you know. You want like a backdrop. I definitely want somewhere where we can get cute photos. But yeah, I feel like balloons for a wedding I probably wouldn't do, but you know, but obviously yeah, everyone's each to their own. So you know, if you want balloons at your wedding, that's cool, you do what you want. Also, I just thought these napkins were a cute, like personalised thing. Maybe like a little donut wall with all white donuts on. I love these champagne drinks with the white candy floss on. I definitely want to do something personalised with drinks. Again, obviously with it being a golf course, they don't do like cocktails or anything fancy. But I was thinking I could give them things to like put on the drinks, Joe. Maybe like a little peg and I don't know, something I could make on Canva maybe. So yeah, anyway, mood board's quite short and simple for engagement. There's not really a lot to it, but obviously there's still things I need to order. So now we're going to get on with this. So let's set this up somewhere where we can see what's going on and create it.
I know that you're curious, I know that you're strong, but life can be furious and things can go wrong. You go, we're better off tomorrow, but who knows if we get joy or sorrow.
Okay, so this is the engagement party board. So as you can see, quite simple. I really like how kind of small this is. Definitely not going to be as overwhelming as the wedding board, well, the big fold out thing. So we've got to do make sailboard with MDF because I'm going to do all this myself. I was going to hire someone and have it all done, but you know what, I just thought I like to throw parties and stuff quite often, especially when we move into the new house. I'll be doing more parties and things. So I thought it'd just be nice to have my own sailboard. Like Mitchell can do that with MDF. And I'd rather just use the money towards having my own, then I can get it out, repaint it and use it. Playlist of songs, make engagement drink toppers, personalised straws maybe, or I don't know, I just want loads of personalised bits. Then we have to buy balloons, engagement outfit, MDF sailboard, LED light for the sailboard, snacks for table, table decoration, acrylic welcome sign, to book DJ cake, hair, I've done hair actually now, not cake, sorry, not hair, engagement favour biscuits and miscellaneous, rent chair and table covers, sort out instant cameras and guest book, and inquire about fairy lights in the venue. So yeah, again, let me know if you think I've missed anything, but I think that's the main bulk for the engagement party. So yeah, love that.
Stay true to that fire in your heart and your soul. Don't drench your desire.
Okay, so I've finished the fold up to-do list. I feel like I'm missing so much stuff, but I feel like for now this will do. So as you can see, we've got, let me just zoom out because I feel like I'm zoomed in currently. Am I zoomed in? Yeah, let me just zoom out because I feel like it's looking a bit shaky. So as you can see, we have to do. So I won't read them you all out and boy, but as you can see, venue, book civil ceremony, photographer, videographer, cake, saxophonist, DJ, all that kind of stuff. To do, pick wedding bands, choose wedding favours. Yeah, I don't know, to do is a bit of a random one because I feel like everything's to do, but yeah, we've made that column. Appointments, so wedding dress shopping, suit shopping, dress alterations, beauty, so everything beauty that I need to kind of book and prepare for the big day. Outfits, again, all the outfits for the big day. I feel like I've missed a couple from there, so I may have to make this a bit bigger. To buy, so just like little things like guest book, personal cake cutter, ring boxes, card box, might do some sparklers, disposable camera for tables. Again, I've probably missed a ton of them. DIYs, so wedding website, save the dates, invitations, menus, seating sign, seating plan, table numbers, wedding newspaper, because I really want to do one of them, wedding welcome sign, miscellaneous. We've just put, I basically want to create kind of like mood boards for the photographer, and I also want to give the videographer examples because I don't want to just hire someone and then that's it. Do you know what I mean? Like I need to make sure they know the vision. And then last but not least, songs, because I feel like music plays a big part of the wedding. So we've got like first dance, walking in ceremony music, all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, I feel like there's loads more that I do need to add, but I feel like they're the main ones for now. Let me know if, I mean, you can kind of see this, maybe screenshot it, have a look, and let me know if I've missed anything out. But yeah, I'm really glad we've made a start on this today. So yeah, I feel like the main important one is that one in the left-hand corner, venue. I'm feeling much better now we've done the start of our engagement and wedding prep organisation. So I thought it was actually about time to sit down and just talk about it all in a little bit more detail and give you a bit of a better idea about, you know, what I want for our wedding, how I got engaged. So I feel like I've not even really spoken about that, to be honest with you. So I put a question box on Instagram. There's not going to be any order to me answering these questions. But yeah, I thought we'd sit down and have a little catch up. So first things first, let's talk engagement. Did you know it was going to happen? Congratulations, by the way. No. In a nutshell, no, I absolutely did not know it was going to happen. So I did know that an engagement was on the cards. Obviously, it's something we had discussed and spoken about. I feel like that's kind of the norm in a relationship. You speak about maybe getting engaged, if you want to get married, you know, all that kind of stuff. And I did kind of stress that it was quite high on my agenda to get engaged this year, just because I am 31 now, I'm 32 next year, and I just feel like I would prefer to get engaged in my early 30s. Obviously, I know Mitchell is the one. I know I want to get married with him. I know I want to spend the rest of my life with him. So it's kind of like we've been together 3.5 years now. What's the point in waiting? So my grandma is 90 next year. You know, people around me are getting older. I kind of want to ensure, if I can, that everyone is there at my wedding that I love. You know, life is so short. So yeah, I just didn't really want to wait around, to be honest with you. So knew I was going to get engaged this year. We had discussed it, but I didn't know it was going to happen on the cruise. You'll have saw if you watched the engagement video, I was so shocked when he got down on one knee. I really thought it'd be in Thailand. We go in Thailand soon. But no, it was a cruise. So it was a massive surprise, a lovely surprise, and yeah. Okay, and sticking to engagement, did you tell him what type of engagement ring you would want, or did he choose himself? I had loads of questions about ring. If you've not seen my ring, oh god, there's my phone on the floor. This is my ring. I mean, I can't tell you details because I don't really know. But yeah, that is the ring. I feel like it's 2.2 carat. Is that right? If I can find any details of my ring so you can tell your partner exactly what you want, if you like my ring, that is, I'll try and leave it in the description. Yeah, I told him what ring I wanted. I mean, kudos to boys that can go out and just pick a ring for their partner and it be the one. And to be honest with you, no matter what Mitchell would have picked, it's not for me that it wouldn't have been the one, because I feel like it's so thoughtful, and no matter what he'd have picked, even if it really wasn't something I liked, I would have liked it, if that makes sense, because it's just like he's gone and been thoughtful and got that for me, and it's like, do you know what I mean? Does this even make sense? But then in the same breath, because Mitchell was spending, you know, quite a large amount of money on a piece of jewellery, he didn't want to get it wrong, and he didn't want to essentially get me something that I didn't like. So yeah, it wasn't me being a diva and being like, oh my god, I need to pick the ring because you're going to get it wrong. I just think we both kind of agreed that it would be better if I told him what ring I would like, because like I say, he didn't want to get it wrong and spend, you know, whatever money he was spending on a ring that I then didn't like. So yeah, I gave him inspiration, I sent him ideas of the ring I liked, and then yeah, he got it absolutely spot on. Next question, how long had he had the ring? I feel like he had the ring for a few weeks. So anyone that knows Mitchell knows he's very, what's the word, like impulsive? I feel like you could probably use that word to describe him. He's someone that, for example, like if he's got the ring, he wouldn't be able to wait, let's say 6 months to propose. He'd have to do it within, you know, the first month, let's say. He couldn't wait. So yeah, that gives you the context. Someone else, did you have a feeling that Mitchell was going to propose? Like I say, I knew he was going to propose this year, but I genuinely thought it was going to be Thailand. I really didn't think it was going to be the cruise. I think as well, because the cruise was kind of like a work holiday, and I mean, I say work because I know people be like, oh, it's not working. But, you know, I was there essentially to create content for Virgin Voyages. Obviously, it was an amazing opportunity. Obviously, I did get to, you know, have free time and fun. Of course, I did. But essentially, I was there to create content. So that was kind of like at the forefront of my mind the whole time. So yeah, I didn't think for that reason he was going to propose. Also, so many questions like about details about the engagement and proposal. Someone's put like, when did he decide to propose on the cruise? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I did speak to him after the cruise, and I did say like, how did you know when you was going to propose? And he just said that he knew he just wanted it to be like intimate, me and him on the balcony, and he wanted it on the balcony where it was going to be like overlooking something nice. So when we was in Cannes, we'd kind of docked up and it just looked beautiful, the backdrop did. So that's why he did decide to do it in Cannes, and not anywhere else. And I feel like he didn't want to leave it too far into the cruise either. So it was, I feel like it was maybe the 3rd night. So yeah, it was quite soon into the cruise, because obviously you can imagine if he's got the ring with him, he wants to kind of get it over and done with. Someone else then put, had he thought about any other ways, places to propose? I feel like Mitchell isn't really like that. He's not someone that's gonna think into depth about it. I think for Mitchell it was more about just capturing the moment and it being a surprise. Like to some people it might have looked like he didn't really think about it, didn't really put a lot of effort in, because it wasn't one of these extravagant Insta proposals. But anyone that will know Mitchell knows that that isn't kind of his thing. He doesn't like real showy things. He finds all that a bit cringe and thinks it's just a bit staged and set up, which it obviously is. You know, a lot of these Instagram proposals that you see with other YouTubers and stuff, not that I'm slagging them off because they're beautiful, they're gorgeous, they're unreal, they are obviously very staged, and I feel like a lot of the time like the other half knows it's happening, because I just don't know how else you then know to wear a white dress, unless it is just by fluke. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was wearing a lime green dress, guys. There was no way I knew that I was getting proposed to that night, because if I had, I'd have packed a white dress. I didn't even pack a white dress. Do you know what I mean? I was going to pack white dresses for Thailand. I didn't pack white dresses for the cruise. His thing for the engagement was, I just wanted it to be a surprise element, something intimate and cute between me and him, and just something like just natural, you know, and normal. So I just feel like for him, he didn't want to like stage things up, because I would then know. You know, I feel like, do you know when someone gets proposed to and they've got to walk towards something, like, you know, don't you, before you're walking towards it, I'm gonna get proposed to. Whereas I feel like if none of that is around you, you're not gonna know. Like, I got onto the balcony and I just thought, what are we doing? He told me that we was doing the TikTok. No, I thought we was doing the TikTok because we'd been doing this TikTok every night. So that's how we kind of got around setting up a camera. But then I obviously had caught on the camera was in landscape. So I was like, hey, why is the camera in landscape? He's like, I'm doing something for us. I had quite a few drinks as well. I was drunk. Brilliant. Yeah, I just didn't click on. And it obviously wasn't until he got down on one knee that I knew what was going on. So yeah, that was our proposal. And do you know what, like, at the time I was a bit like, oh my god, like, I've been in a lime green dress and my hair doesn't look right. I was on day 4 of hair wash, I hadn't done my makeup. But do you know what, it's the moment, guys. It is the moment, and I wish I had embraced that a little bit more, because I was thinking about how I looked and all of that. And do you know what, I think sometimes the pressures of Instagram and like YouTube get to you. Like, me doing my job, I feel like I have to have had something a certain way because everyone else has, and it's like, that's really sad to think like that. Like, you should just have your special moment with your person. It doesn't matter. I feel like people see all these money chucked to engagement setups and all these extravagant over the top things, and then feel like they have to have that. And I feel like, I guess I felt like I had to have that, but actually I didn't need to have that. I just wanted to get engaged, and it was very special. And I always said anyway, I don't want it in front of people. That was a big thing that Mitchell knew. Like, I wanted it just to be me and him. So yeah, it was lovely. It was really lovely. And he had actually tried, I think, to get the room set up, and he'd spoke to someone from Virgin Voyage, but they never got back to him. So yeah, he was a little bit wounded he didn't have any kind of setup, because I think I had some messages like, oh, it didn't look like he put a lot of thought in. Like, he had obviously really thought of it. I feel like he just struggled getting things set up, and then the cruise came around, and yeah. But yeah, anyway, that's that. Okay, so let's speak a little bit more about the wedding now. First things first, if you don't know, me and Mitchell are planning to get married abroad. So I've had a question, how did you know you wanted to get married abroad? Have you always wanted to get married abroad? And yes is the answer to that. And me and Mitchell are exactly on the same page as each other with this. I have always wanted to get married abroad. Like, getting married in the UK has never been an option for me. Don't get me wrong, there are so many incredible and stunning places in the UK to get married, like, there really are. But ultimately, the weather plays a big part for me. And I mean, I know you can never guarantee the weather, so you watch, I will go abroad and it will rain. But I just feel like you have more security with the weather abroad. And especially, obviously, if you pick a place that is a warmer climate. For those of you that obviously are watching me that live in the UK, you'll know, you'll relate to this. You can never rely or count on a British summer. You just can't. When it's supposed to be nice, which is typically July, it will absolutely chuck it down. And then you'll have like British summer in April or something. Like, I feel like we always get like a random couple of weeks in March or April where there's a heat wave, and then it comes to summer and it's just rubbish. So yeah, I feel like for both of us, we both said like being somewhere warm and the sun shining is just like a massive thing. So that's why I want to go abroad. And also, I just feel like if I'm spending a certain amount of money on something, for it to be a day, it just seems a lot for a day. Whereas I feel like if you go abroad, you can kind of long it out a bit more. You can have a real nice, like, do the night before. Even in the run-up, like a few days before, you can be doing things with your wedding party. I feel like the day after, you could host a nice barbecue. Do you know what I mean? I just feel like you're making a bit more of a holiday out of it and just longing it out more. So yeah, we both wanted to get married abroad. Okay, moving on to the next question. So someone's asked, small or big wedding, how many people are you thinking to invite to your wedding? So I would say it's typically a small wedding. We are looking to invite around probably 60 to very maximum probably 80. I'd say it'd probably be more around like the 65 mark. I don't know, It depends if people come or if people don't. But I feel like the majority of people will come. Okay, then the next question is, fellow Portugal wedding 2025. How come you picked Portugal? So, another thing you may or may not know is, actually when I'm filming this, I've already been to Portugal to look at venues. That video is coming next. So, just to clarify, I haven't actually picked Portugal yet. But let me explain a little bit more about Portugal. Like I said, me and Mitchell have decided that we want an abroad wedding. So it's like, where do you start? Where do you get married? You know, me and Mitchell have visited many places in Europe and further. But where actually do we want to get married? So, I mean, there's so many beautiful places. But I feel like the biggest thing that comes into play with this is budget, because initially we was like, we want to get married in either Ibiza or Mallorca because we both absolutely love the Balearics. I inquired to a few wedding planners for the Balearics. The starting budget was like 30 to 40 grand. 30 to 40 grand, that's the starting budget, that's like minimum. I don't know how much people spend on weddings, but like 30 to 40 grand for a starting budget, like minimum, with like not a lot of things. Personally, that's just a lot of money for a starting budget. So yeah, me and Mitchell just thought, for a starting budget, like that being the starting, like that's probably just your food and a venue and not all your extras, like 30 to 40 grand. Like you probably end up gonna looking at like 60, 80 grand, I feel like. So yeah, we soon scrapped that. I mean, I'm sure you can do it much cheaper. This obviously was through wedding planners, but the fact that 2 wedding planners had said them kind of figures, it kind of gave me an idea that that place was going to be expensive. So we thought, let's look elsewhere. We then looked at Portugal, and guys, weddings in Portugal are so much cheaper. So much cheaper. You can get wedding packages for like everything all in for like 16,000 euros plus, and even less. So yeah, that is definitely why we picked Portugal, because of the price. I'll be very transparent. I don't want to spend 100 grand on a wedding. Yeah, obviously with us buying a house next year and everything like that, we wanted to keep costs down to like just a sensible figure, you know. So yeah, I was obviously looking at Portugal. There were some really stunning venues, and the prices, like I say, were literally half the price of what initially when we was looking at Mallorca and Ibiza were coming out at. But I haven't actually picked it yet, because I have since been looking at other places. So more recently we've been looking at the Costa del Sol in Spain. So yeah, we're still in the very early kind of venue searching procedure. Like we've not even picked a country. And then someone put, what do you start first? Venue, dress, etc. I personally feel like you need to start with a venue first. I feel like once you've got venue and a date, you can then start everything else. For those people that are looking to start planning their wedding, I feel like the first thing you need to do really is get a date in a diary and a venue, and then everything else you can kind of like roll in. I mean, that's where we're starting anyway, and like I say, we are literally just starting. I feel like as well, because we are looking to do an abroad wedding, it's quite key that we get something booked and a date in the diary ASAP, just so you can give your guests time to save up, because obviously I completely understand it's a big ask asking everyone to go abroad for your wedding. I mean, that's also why we're trying to look at places that are not like overly expensive to go to as well. That's why we initially thought like Balearics, because it's a 2-hour flight, quite reasonably priced holidays there. But equally, like I say, Portugal is not that expensive to fly to, and obviously mainland Spain. So yeah, that is that. Then, do you have a strict budget for the wedding? So we don't have a strict budget, I would say, but me and Mitchell both kind of like have a figure in mind of like what we don't want to spend over. So we've kind of got a budget that we kind of want to spend, and then I guess we have a max that we kind of don't really want to go over. So yeah, we've got a budget, and then like an allowance for if it does go over, and then kind of like a top end that's like absolutely not, we don't want to spend that kind of money. So I feel like people always say with weddings you'll have a budget and then it'll always go over. So I expect to kind of go over the budget, but not over the top line I'm drawing, if that makes sense. Okay, I then have a question about wedding dresses. Where are you looking at for wedding dresses? We're from similar areas, we'd love some help. So it's literally not even something I have thought about yet. I've not got that far, so when I do, I will let you know. I've also had a question about like, what dress do you think you'll get? I honestly don't have a clue. I personally feel like I will probably go for something more fitted. I don't think I'll do the whole like big dress. I think something quite classy, long trail, if Long train, that's what it is, isn't it? What's the thing? The veil. Yeah, I just think something like quite fitted, but then like maybe like a long train behind it. I don't know, I just want something quite simple and elegant. Someone else has also asked, actually, while we're on the topic of wedding dresses, how many dresses? Are you going to do just the one, or are you going to do day and night? I mean, some people even do more than that, don't they? Who was it that did 3? Was it Sophia Richie? I swear she did 3. I am definitely going to do 2 dresses. Now, I know there's like a lot of people that have mixed opinions about how many dresses to do. People do kind of say, oh, but if you've picked the one, you shouldn't need to have another one. And I get it, I do totally get it. But look, I'm getting married once, and I want to make the most of the opportunities to have cute pictures as well, and have different looks. So I feel like for the ceremony and the dinner, I will wear like my main wedding dress. That will be for the majority of the wedding, but then in the evening, I love the idea of doing something, you know, just more fun and something more comfortable as well, because if I am wearing a long dress, I want to be able to dance and enjoy myself, and I feel like I wouldn't be able to do that. I mean, I know some of the dresses have them things where you can like hold them up and stuff, but yeah, I just think I'll probably do a shorter dress for the evening, different hairstyle as well. I feel like I definitely want to do a hair up as well for my wedding. I don't know actually, because then I do like my hair down. But yeah, I think I might do both. I don't know, let's just do both. So yeah, that's there. Okay, so moving on to the next question, and it is about bridal party. How many bridesmaids do you think you'll have for your wedding? So first things first, I feel like this will actually kind of depend on also Mitchell and his groomsmen, because we have 2 ideas for this. So I kind of always initially just said, I'm not having a big bridal party. Like, I'm literally just gonna have my best friend as my maid of honor, and then the kids as page boy and bridesmaids. I was gonna do flower girl, but then my niece was like, no, I want to be a bridesmaid, so she can be a bridesmaid. So yeah, I was thinking of doing that and just keeping it short, sweet, simple, because as you guys know, I don't have a massive circle of close friends. Like, I just don't. Like, I have friends, I have our group of we call it the wags on a WhatsApp group. So it's basically my 2 sister-in-laws and then a few other girls. To be fair, I've known of these people for years anyway, because I've been in the area, going to the same school and stuff. Obviously, since I've been with Mitchell, that's my kind of gal group that, you know, we do things for birthdays with, and because Mitchell is friends with their partners, do you know what I mean? That's like our circle. So yeah, I have that group of gals, and then I literally just have like another 2 friends, and that's it. But yeah, I feel like I've struggled with close friends over the years. I mean, this wasn't meant to be a whole life story about my friends and how many friends I have, but yeah, I don't know, I just was a bit like, oh, am I even going to ask for bridesmaids? Because like I say, I literally just have one best friend, and then my sister-in-laws, the group of gals, and then a couple of other people in my life. So anyway, this segment about bridesmaids wasn't supposed to be a whole speech about me and friends and why I haven't got a massive group of friends, but yeah, ultimately I will have a maid of honor, and I definitely will have my nieces and nephews as part of, you know, like my bridal party, bridesmaids, page boys. Whether I ask anyone else, I'm not sure. I feel like I just need to think about it. And also, do you know what I think as well? Like, especially if you've got like newer friendships, that let's say you've only been friends with someone for like less than a year. I mean, I like to be a good judge of character and think and hope that that friendship isn't going anywhere, but like sometimes you never know. Like, what if you get to your wedding and you're no longer friends with them, and then you've asked them to be a bridesmaid? And I don't know, because I just know that, like, especially with my experience of being friends with people can just come and go like that. So yeah, that is to answer that. I feel like that was very long-winded. Next up, we have a question about hen do. What are your plans for your hen do? So again, something I have already thought about and kind of already known for a while about what I'm going to do for my hen do. We are going Ibiza. I mean, I know this is probably a very typical hen do, because I feel like a lot of people go Ibiza, but if you guys have been around here a while, you will know I absolutely love Ibiza. Ibiza holds a very, very special place in my heart, and also me and my best friend's heart. Like, it was our first girls' holiday together. I mean, even before I went away with my best friend currently, my old best friend we went to Ibiza for our first, well, for my first girls holiday. I don't know if it was her first girls holiday. So yeah, Ibiza was my first girls holiday, and then I kind of ended up going like every year for my girls holiday. I never went anywhere else. Like I never did. I mean, I've been Magaluf, but not on a girls holiday. Just randomly ended up there. But yeah, I've never been anywhere else for a girls holiday, because from the moment I went Ibiza, I loved it. And I feel like Ibiza is that place that, with some places when you go on a girls holiday, right, you just have like merely a strip, and it can just be a little bit tacky and just all about getting drunk every night. Whereas what I love about Ibiza is it's so much more than that. And if anyone knows me, I'm not like the biggest party girl. Like I do love a night out, I do, but I also love going for meals. I also love more the beach club energy, like going to a nice beach club and just having like day drinks and then going for a nice evening meal, like I said. So I feel like with Ibiza, you really do have the best of both worlds, because there's so many amazing beach clubs there. I'm not talking Ocean Beach, because yeah, I mean, that I feel like that's always like a typical thing that people do on hens, but I don't actually know if we'll end up going Ocean Beach. I feel like there's nice beach clubs in Ibiza. So yeah, like I said, you've got the beach clubs, you've also got so many amazing restaurants, you've got so many nice places to go to in Ibiza. But then likewise, if you really want a bar crawl, you can go to the West End Strip in Ibiza, you've got that. So that is ultimately why I want to go to Ibiza for my hen do, because I just really do feel like it's got the best of both worlds. So yeah, so excited for my hen do. I'm going to be inviting my cousins, obviously my friends, my mum if she comes. I don't know if my mum's ready for Ibiza for hen do, but yeah, I'm also going to have a UK hen do as well. Really bougie, but just for the people that can't come to my abroad, because there probably will be a few. With our wedding being abroad, you know, you can't count on then everyone coming to your abroad hen do too, especially because they're going to be quite back to back. So there will be a UK hen. I'm not too sure where to go for that. Quite like Manchester for a night out. Where else do I like for a night out? Not too sure. If anyone's got any good night out suggestions in the UK, let me know so I can think about my UK hen. But yeah, that's what I'm doing for my hen, and I'm pretty sure Mitchell did want to go to Ibiza for his stag, but then after I went to Albufeira literally like last week, I can't get over how much of like a party town Albufeira is. I didn't have a clue. I really didn't. Like, I don't know why. To be fair, I've never looked at going there for, you know, a party, so I just didn't know. I feel like if you're looking for somewhere good for a hen or a stag, I feel like Albufeira would be really good, because you have the old town, which there definitely was a lot of bars going on there, but then there's this whole other strip which had so many bars on, and they all looked really, really good. Yeah, after showing Mitchell that when I was there, I was like showing him, I was like, wow, this place with bars is like insane if you wanted a stag do. I feel like you might go there now, so I'm not too sure. So yeah, anyway, I think that's it for the questions. If there's anything else you do want to know and you want me to follow up with, I can answer that in the next part of the wedding series. But thank you so much, guys. I hope this has been useful, and I hope you have enjoyed this first part of my wedding series. I'm so excited for you guys to come along on this wedding journey with me and plan my wedding, and yeah, just talk all things wedding. I don't know how many times I want to say wedding. Thank you so much for watching. If you are new here, I would love it if you stick around. Like I say, there's going to be more episodes to follow in this series, and yeah, I shall see you all in my next video. Bye bye.